I know some people don't like their face on the video, so feel free to turn your camera off if you're uncomfortable with your face being in the recording. There is a way to like only show the speaker. I haven't figured it out yet though. Alrighty, well, welcome to fourth grade's curriculum night. I am Maestra Belknap, and this is
Maestra Sanchez.
Yeah, and we're excited to just share a little bit about some of the things that maybe are a little different in fourth grade this year. Some things are the same, but it's all new to you guys because for most of you, this is your first year with a student in fourth grade at El Puente. So we wanted to just go over a few things. If you remember way back when we shared a document with you guys called the fourth grade 101 COVID style handbook. And so this is a living document, which means we're constantly adding stuff to it and trying to improve it. So your feedback is always appreciated. And so we just thought we'd go through and show you some of the resources that are in here and talk a little bit about how life evolves in fourth grade. So started out just with a little welcome note. We're super excited to have you guys and to be able to work with your kids. And then there's a little note here about attendance. I know that's a little bit different this year with the way students are entering the building. And so here is a link to Mr. Gingrich's video that he sent out via email earlier in the year. Should you care to revisit that if you have any doubts or questions. For behavior, there's not a whole lot of change. We've just had a lot of added stuff with our masks and hand washing and limiting students' contact with each other. So we do have our behavior matrix linked here if you're curious and you want to see that and how that all works. Speaking of behavior, we are using Class Dojo, but do keep in mind that with the internet going down off and on in the afternoon, it's not always accurate. I had no access to Class Dojo from about lunchtime on today. I don't know if you two wasn't working for you. So whenever there's an internet issue, Class Dojo is really one of the first things to go down. We do keep like paper track of student behavior with star charts, but if anything, earth-shattering did come up, we would certainly call or email and let you know how that, what happened and how it's going. So for Class Dojo, you can basically, if your child scores 80% or better in a day, you can assume that they had a really good day. One thing may have been off. It could be anything from not completing homework assignments to not having their agenda signed to, getting sucked into chatting too much. But for the most part, if it's 80% or higher, you can assume that your child had a good day behaviorally at school. So just wanted to give that quick rundown. Here's a link if you're curious about our star charts. I know they did use them in Maestra Lopez's class last year, but I don't think they used them in Maestra Heffer's class. So there's a link here so you could see more information about what our star charts look like. One of the things that we really, we do already in fourth grade, but have really focused in on is some social emotional learning. And you will see a section of our student planners that actually has a social emotional learning page, and there's an actual lesson every week, helping kiddos to regulate their emotions, work together as a team, and just really keeping in mind that students and teachers and all of us may need just a little more time to process things that are different and maybe not the way we like them. So these lessons were developed by our school counselors and social workers, and I've enjoyed delivering them. They've been very good. So let's see, communication. I'm sure you guys have all been seeing our weekly emails. I really appreciate parents who have let me know that someone, wasn't getting them, so I could make sure that that list is updated. We get our email list from PowerSchool. So whatever you have told the school that is your email address for the school to contact you, that's the one that we get as teachers. So if you've had to update your email with me, I would update, or with Maestra Sanchez, I would also update it with Sarah Geary in the office, because you might be missing communication from the school as well. So just kind of a heads up there. We have a fourth grade website, and there's a link to the website at the bottom of all of our emails, as well as in this handbook. So we're going to go there next. And when you go to our website, you will hit this landing page that just has a general master calendar. In years past, you would see things like field trips, school pictures. Both of those have been canceled. In big events like that, right now, the only thing we have on this calendar is the curriculum night. You wouldn't see student assignments on this page. There are tabs across the top for math, science, social studies, Espanol, which would be reading and writing, or just reading, my bad. And then there's a little more here. And under that, there's additional information and links. So in our math section, you'll find some instructional videos. We just wrapped up topic 1, tema uno. Here's basically, it's on numbers and place value, rounding, comparing numbers. And there's a video here that's helpful in Spanish for numbered names as we're reading very large numbers up into the millions. So if you keep scrolling down, there's links here for resources. There's a link for extra math practice. There are some parent letters for the topic that we're on. So next week, you'll see a topic 2 letter up here. It looks like we still have topic 3 from last year that started in October. So if you scroll down, you'll see quite a bit in here as far as maybe a little bit of pacing. If you're one of those overachievers that likes to look ahead, I would encourage you to just explore that. Science, underneath science, we do have the drop down writing, escritura, and that is because a lot of our writing is taught through science, and Maestra Sanchez teaches science and writing. And Maestra, is there anything that you would like to go over in the science?
Yes, I would like to let you know that we take a lot of notes in science for vocabulary, because we want to make sure that our students understand what they are learning, and there are new vocabulary words that they need to learn. So we write those words in a booklet, but the same definitions are in the Weebly. So in case that they didn't get a chance to fully write the whole definition, they are there. In the booklet, we have synonyms, antonyms, and a phrase just to help them with an extra piece. But what they really need to know is the definition. So if they didn't write the definition, you can go there and just ask them to write the definition on the page that they are supposed to be writing that. It also has videos of a few of the words, so you can watch the video. If they still don't understand what photosynthesis is, there's a video. Not all the words have a video, but there are a few videos that can help them understand the topic we are in. They also have a booklet for science, and on the back, it has a glossary. So you will see all the definitions again in the booklet. So there are multiple resources where you can find all the vocabulary and extra ways to practice the vocabulary, because in the test, sometimes they miss the words and they get wrong the question just because they forgot what a consumidor is. So they need to make sure that they understand the vocabulary words.
Let's see if I can share with you. This is the, this purple book here is the vocabulary book that she's talking about. And then this is an example of the packet also that she was referring to that has the glossary in the back. So you can see the glossary pages as well. So hopefully good resources to be used from home for studying. Anything else that you wanted to share about the science?
Well, if you haven't seen your child getting this book out and studying their vocabulary words, even if they don't have a test, you should start asking if they could bring it, because I ask them every day that we have science, which is every other day, to take that home so they can practice the day that they had science with me. It's kind of to establish a routine of, I had science, so I will start studying the vocabulary words for science. And then if they need to study for social studies, they can study the day that they had social studies, so we can establish those routines. So just make sure that you see this purple booklet at home at least twice a week to study the vocabulary words.
Do you feel like 5-10 minutes?
Yes, they only need to read it maybe once okay. Every word. They have right now like 10 words max, so it will take them like maybe 5 minutes or 10 minutes, depending on how well they focus on the word.
Awesome. Okay, thank you. See, this is nice because I can ask questions too. How about writing? Whoops, I clicked on that too fast. Writing.
So for writing, we have just practicing how to make good sentences, to make good paragraphs. And right now, what you can see is just aids that can help them to understand what's a noun, because they probably forgot that for so long time that they haven't practiced writing. And if we are talking about nouns and pronouns, so these are just refreshers on that. We haven't gone in depth into reglas de acentuación, which in Spanish, you need to add the accents to the words. We're going to go deeper on those on next couple weeks, maybe two, or next week, depending on how far we get. And then that's when you will start getting more papers to study at home, vocabulary words for writing and science as well, but it will be in the same booklet. So the same booklet goes for writing and science because we combine both.
Awesome. Okay. Yeah. And I would say when we get to this unit on the accents, that it's probably one of the more difficult concepts for students, because there's nothing like it in English. So we definitely would want to be studying and really looking at those rules and practicing applying them to new words, because that can be a little bit of a leap for students at times. So just kind of a heads up on that it tends to be a little bit intense. Okay, anything else for writing?
No, I think that's it.
Okay, I will take you over to the social studies tab. We, as of this week, will have finished our First Peoples unit, which is actually a week ahead of schedule. And so that's pretty cool. But if you look on the website, there's a slideshow. Sorry, it's cut off like that. But this is has all of the slides and lessons that we've learned, activities that we've done together. It's all there, including our comprehension quiz. Most students have finished and turned in their packets, and our next unit is already there, ready and waiting. We'll be starting the fur trade probably next week, but we'll just wait and see how NWEA testing goes, because I do want to prioritize that. We do mix social studies and English language arts activities, so you'll see some journaling and some writing happening. So that information will be uploaded. Right now, we're just working on routines and procedures, so that you won't see a ton under social studies. Our next tab is Espanol, and this is our Spanish language arts units of study curriculum. This is where you'll find information on reading. There are some cool resources here, like a verb conjugation practice game. I've not checked to make sure that all these links work still this year, so I apologize if there's something that doesn't work. There is a dictionary. If you see a big blank space like this, hover over, and there's an online thesaurus, there's some graphic organizers, uppercase cursive animations, and lowercase cursive animations. So if you're interested in your child learning some cursive and need some like practice guides, these are very useful. Here's some online learning resources. We have Epic. Here's Belknap's classroom code. Newsela is a place where you can read like current event articles, science articles. It's all nonfiction. And then any weekly updates that we would have for you are there as well. Here's some notes on our first unit that we're doing right now. And this is actually the slideshow that I use to guide all of our instruction. Well, both of us do, to guide the instruction for this unit. And then that's it. After that, it's, you know, future things that I've uploaded ahead of time, so I don't have to do it every month. And that is Spanish reading. Underneath more, you'll have additional info and links, and I think that this is probably going to be one of the most used pages. Our agendas, everything that students should be writing in our agendas and what we've been working on is here. So if your child comes home and they have nothing written in their agenda, they're like, I didn't have time, or usually they say the teacher didn't do it. That's okay. You can go to the online Weebly, and they can fill out the agenda here. And at the bottom, you'll see what our specials are, and just a couple little notes about lunchtime and recess. And I need to change, the second recess got moved to the morning. But so like if you're gonna pick up your child early and you're like, ah, gosh, what time is lunch? It is here. Feel free to print it if you would like. There's also a copy of our daily schedule, so you'll know when there's math, when there's snack. It's all there when we have science, when we have social studies. There is also a little link here on how to PowerSchool. Should be how to get to PowerSchool, but the PowerSchool portal for parents, seeing as this is that first year. And what else is here? Need help logging in? Watch these videos. There's a video here to how to log in to Clever from home. And I used my daughter Serena's account, so you would get like the whole view. How to get to PowerSchool, Envision, PowerSchool grades, Envision math from Clever, how to get to Blackboard. This is how to upload a picture to Blackboard using like a Chromebook that Rick Wiersma made for us. And then because I needed something more to do, I have here a classroom whiteboard that's interactive, and you can click on the menu and it'll take you over to this month's menu on the JPS website. You can click on this and it'll take you to the Jenison JPS Online website. There's a link to get to Clever. Our agendas are here again. What else? I have a page for math, a page for reading, and a page for Michigan history with lots of resources, the Scholastic, Discovery, Amazon, Power School tips and tricks. In my reading zone, I have Epic in the class code, News ELA link in the class code. This is a cool site with authentic Spanish text. Of course, we're on the Weebly, so you don't need to click on 4th grade Weebly. Clever again, Discovery, Extra Math. The best way to get to Extra Math, though, is to log into Clever because it'll automatically know that you're in my child's classroom and they won't need their PIN or login information. So then, yeah, there's like lots of fun stuff on here. And you can click on the links to get to math, to get to reading, to get to history. So it's kind of just a fun way to navigate the resources in all one place. I do want to take you over to Clever so you can just get used to what some of the icons look like. This is, of course, my teacher page, but if you want to know what a student page looks like, just watch the video. I made a whole loom on that. So Extra Math is here. And like I said, it's the easiest way to get there. And Power School looks like this. Discovery looks like this. Your child has a Google Drive so they can create documents and slideshows. Learning A to Z is reading. There's some reading resources. So if they don't have a book at home to read for 15 or 20 minutes, that's okay. They can log on to Learning A to Z and they can read on there for 20 minutes. So it's just nice to have like those no-brainer things that you can say, oh, no book, no problem. There you go. Our link to Blackboard is here. So students can access Blackboard through this link. And as I said, I created a video showing you step-by-step using my daughter Serena's account, how you can get in and you know, what to do if you have a problem or, you know, you click on it and you get an error code. And thankfully, when I did make the videos, those errors happened to me from home. So I was able to just include those in the video. And I think I went through, did I miss anything?
No, I think that you covered everything.
Okay, awesome. I will put my face back on here. Or our faces, my bad. Does anybody have any questions? And maybe I missed something, or do you just have like a burning question that you would like to ask for the good of the cause? Go ahead and turn on your mic or write in the chat box, however you're comfortable.
We just wanted to make sure that you have all the resources available and to make sure that you know where to look for them. You can email us anytime that you have a question, Absolutely. But they are there. So our email has the link to the Weebly, and I think the Weebly has everything there. It has the 101 4th grade handbook that has also all the information that you need. So I think that those two things, if you know how to access them, you will be fine, and all your questions can be answered with those two things, Weebly and the handbook.
Mm-hmm. And certainly if something does come up and you're like, oh man, I wish that we had this available on the Weebly, so that it's all in one place. Because I think the biggest frustration for us parents is that everything is all over the place and the names are not familiar to us parents. They are to me because I'm a teacher, but a lot of times what I've heard is, you know, it's just like gobbledygook. So hopefully this has made things a little more streamlined for you guys. But if you see something, please let us know. if there's something that needs to be clearer, so that we can keep updating the website and make your life hopefully a little easier. Cool. Thanks, Liz.
Thank you.
Little feedback. That's nice. Because right now I'm looking at names.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks, Mike. In Mike's computer. Awesome. Cool.
Thank you. So if you don't have questions, I think that's it.
Yeah, I don't want to keep you past, you know, time that you need to be here. So again, we will share the recording, and thanks everybody for coming, and we will talk to you guys soon. Bye.